All right, it's Saturday, February 15th, and we just had lovely slow rain that didn't actually end up on the rain gauge, but on the national rain gauge, the rainfall one, but it did end up in the rain gauge here. Sorry, I'm stuttering. I'm trying to show how green things are. It's February 15, day after Valentine's Day. This time, 4 years ago is when we had the first major ice storm that covered Austin in thick ice. Then 2023, 2 years ago, we had the second major ice storm that took out 30% of the canopy. And then in 2024, we were coming out of catastrophic stage exceptional drought, stage 4, I believe is what they called it, even though it's really stage 5, logically. But we were coming out of exceptional drought. We had had our worst summer since the Bastrop fires of 2011, yada yada. And so I endeavored to do this sponging stuff, which you can kind of see. This is a good one. I built this soil sponge. It's a little rock retainer, and then there's very biological soil with lots of extreme weather protection just added there. It was a slope, a downward slope. Put the soil sponge next to the tree. These trees, of course, have gotten a lot of water from me too, in gentle ways. But I mean, we are Thrive City over here. It just looks so gorgeous. And we've got bigger leaves than we've ever had on these trees. And it's only been, look at this thing. It's as big as my hand. Yeah, nearly. When I did this in October, I think, so October, November 2023, before last year. And these trees were in trouble. And now I'm just walking on spongy soil all the time across this property. And even though it's 46 degrees, I think, you can walk around here barefoot. There's something super temperate about the quality of the air. So, I'm not barefoot right now. There's so many things to say about how well things are going out here. It's just incredible, you know. Moisture sticks around a long time. Oh, it's going to show you the gauge. Here's our current fog. And let's go look at the gauge. You know, it officially stopped raining 28 hours ago or something, but we had gentle rain all through the night. And so yeah, got a little something in there. Right at the algae line, which is about, I assume, 1/10 of an inch of accumulated, like, fog rain, transpiration rain, where it's just little tiny drops. And the last thing I want to say is it's just so amazing. I mean, everything's so deep and rich in color. The comfort level is super temperate and high, you know, good. Like a Hawaiian Christmas. Cold day in Hawaii. And what I've also noticed is our trees in Central Texas and the trees in Oregon, probably everywhere else, and I just didn't stick around long enough. They go through stages when they're coming out of rainfall deficit. Like, these seem to be well rooted now in green. But you'll actually get flourishes of green when they first get watered or first get rain. And then they sort of release a layer of stress, it looks like, because the same leaves will turn brown on the live oaks, but not fall. And then there'll be more, you know, rain, hopefully, and they will, one way or another, they sort of go back to gray or green. If they get more water, they get deeper in green, but they have to cycle through that more than once. So I've watched the trees on this property that have gotten the best care from me of any of them. I watched them go through, you know, bunches of stages of recovery. I'll show this too. These things were never more than 2 inches tall before I did the sponging. And they've just, you know, 14 inches now. What's I trying to say? Oh, yeah, I've watched them go through a lot of stages. And this is one of our best canopies, you know, deciduous-wise. And the way they're cycling now is just sort of through a luxuriously deep color cycle, as opposed to a, see the brown there? As opposed to a green to brown to green to brown to green to brown. And what that says to me is that it looks like, strongly indicates that this little bit of work I've done here on this property and this whole lot of kind of care and attention I've given to it with slow watering and just kind of checking out things all the time and trying to do little things to help them hold water better. Just that little bit of work, enriching the soil, you know, being additive on an eroded landscape. That can turn it around for everybody. That we've got this gift of the other species on the planet